Welcome back to the HGC. Leftovers and Method currently facing off, and Leftovers are up 2-0, looking more like a 5-course meal as they're shutting down Method.
Screw you, I wanted to go for that job.
I stole it. Jacked.
Yeah, it was very creative.
Jacked, just like before. DAB's Tracer. See that segue?
Yeah,
perfect.
Saw that. There is a positive thing though for Method.
What?
It can't get worse.
They can plan their vacations, right?
No, I mean, at this point, like, think about it. If you go into the next map, you can literally just YOLO it in the draft, and it can't really get worse. You just lost with a 4-level disadvantage and 21-3 kills. So, I mean, it could be 21-0, but still, like, it's can only go uphill from here.
It's time to call an audible.
Silver linings. Silver linings.
Silver linings. Yeah. Focusing on the positives.
Yeah,
Calendar
exactly.
2018.
Exactly.
Continuing in and making sure that we are all getting inspired by all the positivity. Let's go to game on number 3. Tomb of the Spider Queen will be the map choice for Method.
It's what I'm known for.
It is. That's what I think of. When I need to be uplifted, I go to Caldor.
What would Calder do? Yeah. What would Calder say? What would Calder think about the situation?
We should make those bands for BlizzCon and just pass them around everyone. That'd be perfect. By Sunday, everyone's raging and throwing things on the ground and yelling at people in very efficient manners. You are awful. That is it. They just hold up their band. That's what Caldor would say. All right, so Tomb of the Spider Queen. That'd be a very pleasant scene, honestly. Like, that would be worth the effort of going out and buying all these bands, getting them hashtagged. That'd be a lot of work, but it'd be worth it.
That would be absolutely worth it. You know, a video compilation at the end of the event.
All right.
9!
Oh dear.
People yelling with a German accent.
What was the word you talking about? Dominato? Dominano? Dominato? That's your mother, right?
Deine Mutter!
Deine Mutter!
Dominato.
Look, you taught me that like 4 months ago, okay? At least I remember the D part.
There was a D in there somewhere.
There was a D in there.
Medivh banned out. We have Tomb as our map. And Leftovers, actually. Okay, so first of all, Method seems to be sticking with that bans again. Urel, Maiev, all right.
They have to take Diablo here, right? Leftovers?
I mean, that's...
First, yeah, 100%.
Garage being banned out. You have first pick now for the first time. You go Diablo.
You take out some of the strongest warriors that are available on this battleground. Garage
also,
on picks.
The only thing that Method could have done to react to it is instead of Maiev banning Diablo, then Garrosh and Diablo are banned. You go into Johanna or Murden, leave the other one open, put more pressure onto the front line for Method. So, yeah. But okay, Urel is open. And Method has a chance to pick her.
Do it, Athero. No.
Tyrande Junkrats. Don't mind the rat. But Tyrande?
You're not feeling a loon right now? No loon?
I mean, if I'm Leftovers, then I'm banning a tank on the next rotation, on the next tank. Okay, so from a Leftovers perspective, you're already thinking about your next ban. And the choices are basically, am I worried about wave clear? Or am I worried about stun setups? And so you ban either Meridian or Johanna and leave the other one open and play around that. So if I'm Leftovers, I'm already happy with what I have and what I'm heading into here.
We get Kayn and Hanzo set up. Heals for Diablo, one of the easiest pairings you have too. With the Diablo shields coming in there with Decker Kayn, that is a very strong 1-3 for the Leftovers. And they have ample wave clear with Hanzo coming in with the explosive arrow. I'm very curious to see what Method's going to be going into here toward the later stages. What do we got for a ban? He has Gul'dan.
I mean, okay, I get that. Makes a lot of sense against DAB and how he's been playing on Gul'dan, and they picked it a lot on this battleground. So, what are we going to see here? Is it going to be a tank ban, or they're going to try and target something else instead? So off lanes, of course, still up 2. You have, but your opponent has the earlier pick. They go into a Urel ban. I'm not even sure if I would have bothered. With the way that they've been playing around Urel and banning her out oftentimes, not prioritizing her, I can still see them pick her, but I'm not even certain if I would have bothered picking her, banning her at all. I would have probably still just gone for the front line and said like, yeah, whatever.
It would have been annoying for Leftovers though if they did get Junkrat and Urel. Displacement, Urel knocking you around.
Yeah.
Maybe just want to have clean engages. Johanna does come out for that wave clear. And there will be Thrall once again for Athero.
But again, I'm coming back on Tyrande. Do you really see any kind of big stun setups? again, not doubting that she adds a lot of other stuff through
Yeah.
her healing, through either the spell armor or the double cleanse. She's great. She gives you scouting opportunities around the boss and camps with her owl and has a lot of other assets. There's no doubt about that. But it just feels like they are not getting any value out of their stuns, and that has been one of my biggest concerns whenever they played the hero, that just the Lunar Flare synergy with anything else they had was never really there, and now I don't even see enough of that synergy that would convince me in any way. Also Team Frost on the other side.
Yeah. My golly, look at all these slows. There is going to be a field day here for Hanzo. He can set up his scatter arrows perfectly there. Jaina also, if we really wanted to, could have that Ring of Frost come out. Lots of CC to lock some folks down. Leftovers feeling pretty strong, but mostly it's that wave clear. Tassadar will be the final pickup, and we are going to have the double support Dream for Method.
So we talked about earlier, if you play Tassadar, then you want to be more on a map where wave clear is super important. That really fits the bill here. Wave clear is great. You have Johanna, you have Tassadar, Junkrat, even Thrall.
But no major auto attack.
Yeah, where do you get your kills from?
Tyrande. Just give me an option. I'm not saying it's right. It's a discussion, though. She still has Thunder in archery. You can build into that.
So Arthur's Jaina.
I don't like it for Method.
Yeah.
I'm a little...
I love that wave clear.
Yeah?
If they can snowball that a little bit through an objective early on, if they can get established... I mean, Tassadar gives you vision, he gives you the wave play, you can push the lanes out faster. If you have good rotations, you can try and claim the first objective, maybe establish that early lead, go into the second turn in. That I can see. Outside of that particular style, I'm not feeling it there. I feel Arthas is going to run Thrall down again in a lot of these engagements. He can do the same thing to Junkrat, to Tyrande as well. And Diablo is going to have a great time making the plays. And you have a Jaina behind you that follows up on any kind of CC.
Game 3. Tuma Spider Queen. Leftovers versus Method. If Leftovers wins, they will be going to face off against Fnatic tomorrow. If Method loses, they are going home. On the left side in the blue, Portyboss on Arthas, Linked on Deckard Cain, Mopsy on Diablo, Blakitney on Jaina, and DAB on Hanzo.
And here on the last map of the series towards the right side, we have Method with AD Artie on Tassadar. We're currently having Bad Benny on Johanna. Nick on the other side finds himself on Junkrat, and we're having a Thera Angel on Thrall with Curson playing Tyrande again.
So the wave clear will be a major priority for Method. The issue is that Leftovers has some decent wave clear themselves, but also damage to find kills, so Method will have to play careful here. Tassadar will help out with some armor at level 4 when he picks up his talents. It should help against the burst from Jaina, but will it be enough?
I'm a huge fan of Jaina in a good composition. I really like it. If she doesn't have a good composition, she's oftentimes easily taken down later on. But if you have a great setup at the front that protects her and also good support to watch out for her, that burst damage that comes out of Jaina is just fantastic to secure early kills. She has a lot of wave clear too that really helps you to take camps if you really want it later on.
Yeah, quite explosive. You can move into the machine gun build there where you're dropping down Qs left and right. Curson by himself again, going for rotation down to his teammate. This has happened actually 3 times now on this battleground. It seems like he always goes for that rotation, and teams have caught on to that.
It's not only this battleground. Curson has that problem quite a bit lately, where he makes rotations and gets caught. That's not only on him, though. It's really also the opponent sniffing out what's happening there. But Leftovers was aggressively waiting for someone to rotate out. They created an imbalance on the map. They waited for the rotation to happen, and then they immediately followed up on it. And that's another early kill secured for them. And yeah, Method being down 2 maps in the series and then heading straight into this situation doesn't really help.
One of the great things about Jaina too is if you have someone that can hold down your bruiser camp, you can clear those out in a fast manner. Leftovers will grab their camp, but Method did the same. On the right side, as Tyrande and Tassadar, Junkrat are able to clear that out, and they'll have the middle lane pushing in. Now we do have Method with a lead in turn-ins right now. 18 gems dropped off, but Leftovers has 22 from themselves if they have time to drop it off themselves.
Camps colliding in the middle of the map now. Bad Benny also needs to be careful. I mean, obviously you know that Diablo is waiting in the shadows there somewhere. Tassadar is dealing with the top wave. Earlier level 4, trying to see if they can maybe create another opportunity, but they couldn't really flip Bad Benny over into the seal that Link was providing there.
Explosive arrow come online level 4. Interesting, DAB has been running that auto attack build on Volskaya Foundry, which makes sense, of course, with you being around the control point. I was wondering if he would pull it off on other maps, but for this build, he's gone for the standard one with the Scatter Arrow into Explosive Arrow. Expect Scatter Arrow at level 7 too. Do have this Night Camp winning in the middle for Leftovers, which Method needs to focus on that a bit more, but that should get some time for Leftovers to drop off some gems. Ooh, nice delay here by Curson.
Yeah, Curson gets at least this. And I mean, this is good delay potentially in general, but Mobsino also with the turn-in on his own. Both of the teams just aiming for the first turn, and you can already tell that Method, if they wanted to control the wave clear, it's not quite working out as intended. They definitely have the tools, but they also exist on Leftover's side, and they're using them actually really well here. Another stun connecting with Link, but Benny is starting to be a bit low, gets slowed, and has to use the Unstoppable to get out of it.
Body Boss controlling that bottom lane. Athero has gotten close to finishing off his quest, sitting at 13, but you can tell it's becoming a real major issue against Arthas. He can't step up. If you get locked down, you might actually fall victim. And Arthas has a big hitbox there, makes it hard for you to finish off your Echo of the Elements, but he's working on it slowly but surely. 27 gems in total dropped off, and Leftovers will have enough for a full turn-in. Method themselves are getting pretty close, need about 8 more. While Leftovers just continue to seem to really be controlling these rotations, constantly being in the face of Method.
And they're really creating space. I mean, you already saw that AD already was thinking about trying to move close for Storm so that he can interrupt in a turn-in again. And immediately you have Diablo just creating the space to zone him out. And plays like that are just important, especially when it comes to the early objectives, when everybody is neck to neck. So they'll allow themselves to get the first Rapid Wave here. And that's another great start into the game. It's just a question of how much damage can you do with that? How are you going to get those walls at the front?
Should be able to get a little bit here. Johanna and Tassadar are going to be the best for the wave clear. Junkrat can rotate between lanes too. You should probably hold that top side and rotate down. Typically what you'll see.
Super late quest, by the way, here for Thrall.
Yeah, finally done though. Had a good time right when the web waivers are being turned in. Now you can at least fight if you do. Oh, poor Curson, man. I feel like this should become the Bermuda Triangle for him.
I didn't know that we have a replay.
Gotta mute.
Okay, it wasn't that funny.
It's not that funny.
It was good, but it wasn't that funny.
It's not that funny. I don't know why. Oh, you know those like random jokes that just hit you in the right spot? That was, oh. Yeah.
Second kill against Tyrande again. Same position, basically. Curson goes down, and of course he couldn't come at a worse time. She is back to business now, but that created an opportunity to go for the fort. And they're going for Benny too. He's able to walk away from this one, but things are looking a bit grim already for Method. Losing a lot on that first turn-in. And that's usually the one that you can still easily defend against. Not so in this case.
They do defend. They have a total of 51 gems available for them. Leftovers don't have that immediate turn-in that you're looking for. They did have an early first turn-in, but at least they got a half-level experience lead, and now their main goal is to accumulate gems, set up for the second turn-in, but also just make sure that Method doesn't drop anything off. If they can find somebody to pick off that has a decent amount of gems, say an Athero with 21, that would be a massive play for them as we head to the mid-game.
I mean, any kind of kill at the map control is already something that Leftovers are aiming for, and especially when they're getting the Siege Giants down at the bottom, they're going to force a response. It just feels that no matter what happens here, Leftovers control both of those turn-in points so well that it's tough for Method to make a play here. Diablo alone is controlling the top quite easily, and now the camp at the bot lane is taken, and they're starting to really put on the pressure here. Athero is going to be in a spot where he needs some assistance. Someone has to rotate down to help him out here. And there's still no completed turn-in for Method. And when you look at experience, you can really tell that Leftovers are more and more aiming for that second turn-in around a level 10. And how do you stop that if you're Method? I don't think you can, actually.
I mean, you just surprise somebody, but Leftovers are making sure they are not surprised. Body Boss doing his best to soak the bottom lane, but playing safe, constantly checking the bushes above him. He has an easy escape route if he needs to get away from there with that Icebound Fortitude finally coming online. He has a defensive build too, and Leftovers, the rest of them just screwed up as 4 until they had an idea of where Method was. Finally, they come here to the middle lane, and they actually push with this Night Camp. Method is not equipped for this, and this fort is going to be picked off, and then Leftovers immediately afterwards with 8 more gems can go for an immediate turn-in.
Everything that the Leftovers do here today just says, we want to go to BlizzCon. Everything, every step, every rotation, every kill is just, Fnatic, we're coming for you. Fnatic, we hope you're watching. Tomorrow it's your turn. That's what the Leftovers are currently just screaming on the top of their lungs in this game.
And they have no signs of slowing down. A Bad Benny gets caught here in the middle. Iron Skin comes out. Even a Ring of Frost being used. Bad Benny trying to escape. Gets to the top right corner, but Mopsio will finally secure the takedown as Leftovers will find a pick and look to eye the boss. With Lightning Breath and Stay a While, listen for the Leftovers. They should be able to control this. There's no way Ethereal can rotate from the bottom lane, and Leftovers should be able to take this boss.
Especially since there's no level 10. Leftovers are going to have that advantage. Method finally gets it, but still Thrall is at the bot lane. They know that. There's still a hero dead, and it's a tank, so that's an easy boss to be taken. And there's not even a turn in to counteract it. Thrall is now trying to get it, but we already have Arthurs with an interrupt here. So he's trying to do it again, but Boss is going to interrupt him once more, so there's no counter turn in at this point to buy the time to safely deal with the boss while your opponent has to deal with the Web Weavers.
And the boss is being defended in the top by Junkrat, but that gives time for some gems to be dropped off for the Leftovers. See if Arthas will rotate over and start to do that.
They got another turn.
Trying to stop, or trying to turn in himself.
If they get Blake Kidney into a position to turn his gems off, they have another turn in right here. And Ethereal holds on to a massive amount of gems.
Yeah.
If he at any point dies, it's just lights out for Method.
He went Earthquake too, so he'll be playing a little bit on the safer side, but if he does get died,
there's the rotation.
Immediate save.
Jaina snuck down to the bottom turning point, and Blake Kidney is going to get it.
This is 4 since 13 for Leftovers.
Look where Ethereal is going. Ethereal is already moving all the way back. He's like, okay, boys, I'm up. I got way too many gems. Way too many. We don't have vision right now. Now they know where they are, but at the moment he lost vision, and the moment the turn-in happened, he immediately moved all the way back and said, like, yeah, I'm not going to stay here. If they flank me, if they invade the fort at any point and go on me, we're going to lose all the gems, and that's our only chance to make a comeback happen.
That's safe play, though. Let's Leftovers prep that bottom lane by clearing out the minions and allow the Web Weavers to push forward, and the rest of the team can now group up and head towards a different direction. Four of them already in the middle here, looking to open up this keep. Thrall will be on the top side. He'll be able to clear up that Web Weaver, but Arthas, knowing that there's no Thrall nearby and multiple members already in the middle lane, clears out the bottom and sets up for the keep, which Leftovers can rotate towards afterwards.
Tacita hasn't taken his 10 yet, but is there any other choice in Archon here? There's very little synergies with a Force Wall. If they had a Diablo and could use that or anything else, I might think that might be worth it here. But I feel if you go Force Wall here, you're doing Leftovers a favor. There's the Taya. They're a team 2-level lead already, and they are starting to push for the wall. Try and eliminate the wall early, open it up so you can attack the keep later. 1.5 level lead still. Trying to go, okay, Joanna with the Unstoppable moves out, but still no ult for ADRD.
I think you need to be careful here. With Dragon Arrow being available, Leftovers can turn this around. They're trying to bait out Method a bit. Maybe make them think that they can maybe force a fight. Okay, they're playing slow. They're playing careful. Method shouldn't get caught out. Ethereal steps up too. They're holding on. If they can get this level up, they do have a turn-in, and, well, they'll have 2 available, because they can drop 5 more. They'll have a total of 80 gems on them. They can deal with 2 turns in back-to-back. They gotta win a team fight, or at least think it's turn-in somehow.
It's all about controlling Thrall for Leftovers now. Keep your eyes on Thrall. Everyone else, they can turn in. It doesn't matter. Even if they get a turn-in, who cares? As long as Thrall loses at some point the gems, you're going to be golden. And right now, there's the interrupt, the first one. Boss dodging out on the stun. Turn in for the red team, but again, we have Ethereal still with 40 gems.
Force Wall.
We go for Force Wall.
Trying to make sure if Diablo ever oversteps, then they can lock him in.
I am absolutely not a fan. I really think they need the damage. What are you going to do with that Force Wall?
I guess it can slow down someone enough for you to set up a displacement mine, but the damage is definitely missing. It's all Thrall here. Yeah,
but now also he doesn't have the second, he doesn't have his second dimensional shift, so he's down.
Lightning
Goes
Breath.
down immediately. Kirsten falls too. It's a double kill. They're trying to go for Ethereal. Can't get him. That would have been the dream. But now you have a Web Weaver wave, and you just lost 2 heroes. And I really think that the Force Wall is a massive mistake here.
Free defense for Leftovers too, especially with those kills coming in. Might tickle that top lane a little bit, but with Jaina heading over, should be a fast cleanup. Yeah. When's this boss coming up? Is it about to spawn once again? Has it been that long enough in this game? This game feels like it's dragging a bit. Yeah, should be spawning right after this. Well, 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
But again, look at that Experience lead. I said earlier I can't get worse. I might have been lying. 5-0 in kills. It's not that bad just yet, but really, this is not looking pretty. Again, they're going for Benny. Ethereal with 53 gems now. 53. Can they drop Mopsio? Force Wall is there. They're trying to go in again. Mopsio can use that as another stun opportunity too.
Bad Benny on the front line, able to survive, gets a shield too. Leftovers are close to their own turn in again.
I'm usually a big fan of Force Ball. I think it's a fantastic ult.
But you need damage,
yeah,
right?
and heavily underplayed now. But I still think you need the damage. And I also don't think that you can trap anyone at that front with the Force Wall so that they can't escape. I just don't see that.
I mean, there is the possibility that you can pick off a Jaina who doesn't have Ice Block yet. If you get a hard mark on her.
If you get a Jaina Force Wall solo, then that Jaina is heavily out of position.
True. I'm just trying to find the straws here. That Method's trying to grab, you know? It seems
if you can
off.
somehow get a good displacement through Junkrat,
yeah,
then I can see it. That would be great. But so far, Leftovers have, from a positional perspective, played a great game.
Bruiser can't grab to help out with the defense, but Mopsia takes the opportunity to jump in. He goes straight for Tassadar. He uses Dimensional Shift to get away. Lightning Breath almost set up for the kill. Even the Dragon's Arrow getting used. Two ults down for Leftovers.
Leftovers are super confident right now. They're throwing their ults on these cases. They're saying, guys, we're so far ahead. Use your abilities. Try and get these kills. And with that, we were waved now, and still 2-level lead in a few seconds. 3-level lead. They should be able to get severe damage in. I mean, the lanes are pushed out already, so they're already knocking on every single keep.
Toronto might just have to use Starfall down here in the bottom lane to try and save this keep. Actually, it looks like it might already be down. Weber's here, Riptire used, Pony Boss and Momtu gets hit, but it barely phases him.
Yeah, they defended the mid lane, but barely, and now Thrall is rotating topside to try and deal with that. Ring of Frost comes out again. They're going for Johanna, and down she goes. Johanna is dead, and literally Portibus just walking them down now. Walking down Curson here. Ethereal sits at 53 gems. If he falls, it's all over. Curson is about to go down. Portibus mercilessly just using the slows here. It's a disaster. Leftovers, a perfect play. Here comes the Force Wall. Again, not enough. Portibus walks out. Keep at the bot lane is already gone, and the one at the top is falling as well.
All 5 Leftovers back away after 2 get picked off. There's a free boss from the move over and start grabbing. Method still has a turn in here, 70, but what's that do? Delay the game with 2 keeps taken down. Catapult pushing the top and the bottom. Leftovers with a massive lead.
Yeah. Fnatic would have loved for this to be a close series. The more games the Leftovers have to play, the more composition, the more maps they have to show. But as it stands, it looks more and more like Leftovers are going to have a clean victory against Method, and they definitely put Fnatic on notice here. That was a bit unfortunate for Marcio here.
Push for the win here, right? Leftovers having a 4-level lead, a full talent lead, building towards 20, already pushing up. See what Leftovers can do here. They have almost all their heroics waiting on Arthas here. And here we go.
There's at least the Web Weaver wave, but again, how long are those going to last? Not enough.
Should be
oh, they try to go for the kill here, and they might get it. Nope. Jaina still moves away, is able to escape. No kill against Flick Kidney. That was the one chance that Method had, but it didn't work out. The Leftovers, they want to go to BlizzCon. They want to play against Fnatic tomorrow in the last playoff match in Europe, and it's looking more and more likely that they can make that dream a reality. Method goes down on the core, 50%, 40-20. This is game as the Leftovers take down Method with a 3